Hey guys, Jorg here, and today I've got 5 advanced tips that I learned from watching pro games. Starting with number 1, denying your death. Say you're a couple minutes into the game and you solo kill your lane opponent and live with really low health. If you die to troopers, guardian, or jungle immediately, they will still get awarded the kill, but after 10 seconds of not taking damage from an enemy hero, they will no longer get any credit or souls. So you can skip zipping all the way back to base and back again by simply waiting 10 seconds and running at the enemy guardian. You can see here that we die 11 seconds after we were last damaged by Infernus, and Infernus received no kill credit or souls. I decided to take this even further. Let's see what happens when we go between 5 and 10 seconds. So we'll intentionally die here at 6:06. And we see here that Infernus does get an assist and some souls. I tested this at 7, 8, and 9 as well, and it seemed like it always gave an assist and some souls. Let's see where the kill breakpoint is. We'll go for just under 5 seconds this time. And he does get the kill. For all the visual learners out there, I've made this handy little chart. Feel free to save this, tape it to your monitor, do whatever you want with it. This is by far the best way to reset to full health in the early game. Just be careful of damage over time effects, or if they have zip boost. The first one being available at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. My second tip is that you can parry mid-air. We saw Mikhail S do this while diving, and it just gets a little bit of extra distance and keeps your momentum while parrying. Plus, if you parry at the height of your jump, you can actually slide afterwards. Tip number 3 is double soaking. That's right, double soaking is still here and is still OP if you can make it work. If you don't know, when there are 2 people in a lane, the souls that you get from killing troopers are duplicated before 8 minutes. This becomes slightly less effective after 8 minutes, where you only get 1.75 times the souls instead of 2 times because of the new patch, but we're mostly talking about the early game here. Let's see how Play With Me from Team DMS utilizes double soaking on Haze to get a huge soul advantage in the early game. If we watch him on the minimap, you can see after almost every wave he is roaming to the solo lane and soaking/ganking. Since Valve made the duo and solo lanes further apart, getting sprint boots, extra stamina, and or healing right is pretty important now to rotate around, but there are also some solid zipline techs that can help as well. This definitely works better in coordinated play as you can time it better with your teammates who's pushing when, but it might be worth considering running to a teammate's lane once in a while in solo queue if you see they're getting pushed in. With the 5% less souls from jungle this patch, this is likely a more efficient way to get souls than doing a camp if you only have time to do one. We can see by the 5-minute mark that Haze has generated a pretty solid soul lead without getting any kills. It's also a fairly tricky strategy to counter as the zipline techs make rotating fairly quick and safe. The best way I've seen to counter is push them in constantly, try to catch them rotating, or just doing it yourself. Tip number 4 is body blocking the soul orbs. I saw Zerggy do this on stream recently, and I'll just let the clip speak for itself.
Dude, I haven't seen people doing that, by the way. I want people to do that more. You know they want to take the creep, just like stand in front of it. So like you're body blocking the soul. Like the soul like deny. You get like a free soul.
I've been using this strat when delivering urns, but I had never thought about it in lane. Tip number 5 is Viscous cubing on the bridge buff. I'll just play the clip again because Seagull's reaction was basically the same as mine.
Buff time? Wait, did he pop cube on the buff to get it as it spawned? And the Kelvin dropped the dome.
Now if you're thinking, I can just punch him off, you're not hanging out with the right goers. Because Viscous can cancel his cube at any time, he can also parry at any time. Just watch what happens to this Haze.
Faded. Oh my.
That was a lot of information, so let's review. We went over denying your death, parrying midair, double soaking, body blocking soul orbs, and Viscous cubing on bridge.
Oh, I just clapped Haze's cheeks so hard.
If you want to learn how to clap Haze's cheeks so hard, consider subscribing. For every subscriber we get, Dynamo will spin 10% faster in the next video. And boy does he love to spin.
Whoa!